So now we will see arrow functions in JavaScript. So guys, basically these arrow functions allow us to write the shorter function syntax. So previously we had seen how we can write the functions and reuse functions in JavaScript, but we can write shorter functions as well with the help of the arrow functions over here. So as you can see, this is the syntax and the example. We have the let keyword and then followed by the variable name, that is function. Every time we will be using the my function, that is the variable name, in order to call the function. So previously in the regular functions we had the function name that we can use in order to call that function, but over here we will be using the my function or any other name that we provide to that particular function, followed by the equal to operator, and then we have the open and close parenthesis over here. Now these parameters are optional. If you want to provide the parameters, you can provide them, and you can use the variable names over here. As you can see, this particular arrow function is using the parameters in this case, followed by the equal to operator and then greater than symbol. So guys, this particular expression is important in order to understand how arrow function works. So basically we have the open and close parenthesis, and then we have the combination of equal to and then greater than symbol, and then after this we can have the lines of code over here. So guys, let us check the examples of arrow function in VS Code in this case. So first of all, we will understand the regular functions. So we can provide the function keyword followed by, let's say we want to multiply two numbers over here. So simply we provide the function name, that is multiply, and then followed by the open and close parenthesis over here. And simply what we can do is, we had seen the return statement, and we can return the multiplication of the two variables that are being passed. So over here we can take the two variables as parameters a and b. So over here we will return a multiplied by b in this case. Now guys, what we can do is, simply we can provide the variable, that is result over here, and then we can call this regular function by using the function name, that is multiply, and then inside the open and close parenthesis simply we can provide the two values. Let's say we provide the first value as 10 followed by comma, and then we have another value, that is 2 in this case. So a will be equal to 10 over here, and this b will be equal to 2 in this case, that is getting passed over here to the function, and a multiplied by b will be returned and it will be stored inside this particular result. And simply we can have the console.log statement over here, and then we can say the multiplication result is, and then over here we will provide dollar symbol followed by open and close curly braces, and simply we will provide result over here, which is the variable name. So guys, the multiplication result is result in this case, which will be displayed based on the multiplication of these two numbers. Let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here by using the node command in this case. So as you can see, the multiplication result is 20. That's because 10 multiplied by 2 is equal to 20 in this case. Let us change the number to 10 comma 7 in this case. So probably the result will be 10 multiplied by 7, which is equal to 70 over here. So as you can see, the multiplication result is 70. So guys, in this way the regular functions work. Now guys, how do we convert this into an arrow function over here? So simply we have to remove this function keyword, and we will provide the let keyword over here, and then we are using this particular variable name, that is multiply, and then followed by equal to operator in this case, and then we will keep this open and close parenthesis, which is helping us in order to pass the parameters over here, and in between the parenthesis and the curly braces over here simply we will use the combination of equal to operator and the greater than symbol in this case. So guys, basically we have equal to operator and then greater than symbol. So as you can see, we have just converted the regular function to an arrow function over here. So simply we have to use the multiply function name and then provide the parameters as it is expected by the arrow function over here, that is a and b, after which we have the equal to and the greater than symbol over here, and then we have the lines of code in this case. Now guys, it is very important to note that if you are just having one line of code over here within the arrow function, then this particular return statement is not required. So first of all, we will check it with the return statement, and then we will test it without the return statement as well. So let me just save this file now now, let me just change these numbers to 5 and 7 in this case. So basically 5 multiplied by 7, it is equal to 35, should be returned and printed over here on the console. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, the multiplication result is 35. So in this way, we can use the arrow functions, which you are going to use a lot of times when you are going to work with the complex projects, as well as when you are going to use the other JavaScript libraries, including React and React Native. So guys, over here, since we have only one statement to be executed, that is a multiplied by b, the return statement is not required. So simply what we will do is, I'll get this particular statement on one line over here. So as you can see, this is the shorter format of this particular function, that is the arrow function over here, and simply we can remove the return statement as well. So since we are only having a multiplied by b to be returned, so when you are using arrow function with a single statement, the return statement is not required. So let us verify that as well. Simply I'm going to change the numbers now to 12 and let's say 3 in this case. So 12 multiplied by 3 must be 36 over here. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, the multiplication result is undefined, so we are not getting any results. Maybe it is because we are using the open and close curly braces over here. So simply I can remove these curly braces as well. Let us see whether now we get any results on the console. Run this code once again over here. As you can see, the multiplication result is 36 this time. So guys, basically this is more shorter format of the regular function that we had seen previously, which was taking around 3 to 4 lines of code over here, but simply we have reduced it to just one line of code without any return statement and without any curly braces as well. So in this way, the arrow function helps us in order to write the shorter format of any of the functions that we want to write. So to summarize, we have the let keyword followed by the name of the function that we can use based on our project requirements, followed by the equal to operator, and then we have the open and close parentheses over here. These parameters are optional. If you are not using any of the parameters over here, then either you have to return certain string or use the fixed values if you want to use any of the values in this case. But if you are using the parameters over here, those parameters can be used after this particular combination of the special characters, that is equal to and the greater than symbol, and then you can return certain statement over here. It is important to note that if you are just having one statement in this case, simply you can write that statement in this way without any return function, but you can also have statements inside the body of the arrow function over here, in which case you have to use the open and close curly braces in this case. So basically we can also do it in this way. We provide a multiplied by b over here, and then simply we provide another variable name. So let's say we provide the variable name as a result in this case. Remember that this particular variable name, that is a result, it is having the local scope and it is within the function that is multiply over here. It will not conflict with the result that we are using outside of this particular function. And then guys, what we will do is, after storing the result in this result variable, we can simply have the return statement, and then we can say the result variable that is getting returned, which will be printed over here. Let me just change these numbers to 12 and 5 and let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here. As you can see, the multiplication result is 60. So in case if you are having multiple lines of code, then you must define it within the open and close curly braces, and if you are having just single line of code to be executed within the arrow function, then simply you can provide that particular expression without the return statement. So guys, what will be the output when we provide the numbers, that is 4 and 5? Comment in the comment section below. Let us see whether your answer is correct or not. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to the channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. I'll see you in the next video, in which we are going to talk about recursive functions in JavaScript. So stay tuned.